Hello there! Welcome to Tuck and Cash. I hope you are doing well. So today we are going to review a 3-players game. Here's the starting hands. So the tray, we have Snipe, the Sapsucker, and California Quill. They're all pretty good. But I guess, look at the bonus card. We have Backyard Birder and Viticulturalist. And really this hands is pretty good. So you have the Voucher, the Wren, and the Crow. So the Voucher is good for, just using it as a wetland bird to help you to draw cards. And Wren, the Carolina Wren, is super good in early game. You can gain 2 cards when you play. And it's a bird in the forest. And it has a lot of spots for eggs. So even though it's only a 1-point bird, it's really good. And of course the Fish Crow, it's not Raven, but it's still super useful in early game to convert some eggs to food so that you can play a field bird to build up your habitat. So yeah, it really worked out here. So I guess the obvious plan here is to play the Turkey Voucher in the wetland because you always need birds in the wetland to help you with the card draw. And then play the Fish Crow and then use the Fish Crow to gain the food to play the Carolina Wren. Yeah, it's pretty solid opening. So this game, I mean, no spoiler, but it ended up being a super close game. It was a 1-point victory, and you see, it's super tight. And then in the trade, we have the Snipe. Again, 1 grub for 5 points. That's super good value in the wetland. And really, the brown power, where everyone get the cards from the deck. It's situational whether you want to activate that. Giving your opponent's card, you don't want to do that all the time. But if you really need the card, I don't see why not. And then what else? The Sapsucker is a good early game bird as well in the forest. So for the brown power, you get 1 grub from the supply. So by playing the Sapsucker, you can gain 2 food from the forest, even though you only have 1 bird. And that's the thing about base game. It's really hard to get a lot of food from the forest, without exchanging card for food or have at least 2 birds in the forest. So. And then the California Quill is interesting too for the forest. It's a little bit expensive. You need 2 grain and a grub, so it's hard to play directly from your hand. But having it in the forest can save you turns where you don't have to activate the grassland to get eggs. So that can be very, very, very useful as well if you are trying to build up like a forest engine. And of course the Osprey again is another 1 food for 5 points bird, super good value. And giving so for the brown power, you give everyone fish, and you can really decide if you're not going to use that fish, most likely you're not going to activate it. So I'm surprised that no one picked up more birds from the tray yet. Alright, so we gain food. Oh, they have the red start, and then the blue player played a Snipe. That's interesting. So the Redstart, American Redstart, another great bird from the Swift Start pack. So you get to pick any food from the bird feeder. So it's even better than the sapsucker. So the sapsucker you can only get grub, but for the red star you get to pick any food. So here I'm looking at my opponent here. They play the snipe and they just lay eggs. So lightly they're gonna draw cards, and lightly they might give everyone cards too. So I think Osprey, definitely a good pick here. The kite is nice as well. The great thing about all these birds is they each only cost one food. So I can very easily play it by getting food using my fish crow. And yeah, they are each only one food for 4 and 5 points, so very good values. Alright, let's see. The drawn bird. Look, they're very smart here. They did not activate their snipe. So I don't blame them for that. So I think the plan here is to play the Mississippi kite in the forest. No, not in the forest, in the grassland, so that... Oh, they play the Mourning Dove. Oh, Mourning Dove, again, another great bird for early game. You can play in the forest, so every time you gain food, you get free eggs as well. So really help you to specialize into just 2 habitat. Yeah, so playing the kite in the grassland helped me to gain more eggs. So just now, I laid 2 eggs, I convert 1 egg to 1 food, so in net, I was getting 1 egg and 1 food. But now with the kite, I get 2 eggs and 1 food, and potentially 1 more point from the kite, even though it's not super reliable. Right, they play the California Quail, very nice. So they both can get eggs in the forest. That's a very good strategy there. Oh, look at that, 3 dice and no hunts. Pretty unfortunate there. But yeah, I found that a lot of successful games, you know, really depends on how well you can specialize your habitat. If you can really narrow down all your powerful birds into 2 habitat, usually you can score pretty well. So in this case, I'm trying to gain food using my grassland so that I don't have to use my forest. And then my opponents are doing kind of a different strategy here. They have eggs laying birds in the forest, so they don't have to use their grassland. Look, they gain food and they gain eggs, so I gain eggs and gain food. And yeah, the laying eggs using the forest strategy can work. It's not as great as the grassland engine, because grassland is pretty straightforward. Every eggs that you lay, it's just 1 point. And it's kind of tough if your egg sources are mainly coming from the forest, and then you have end of round goals where you have to lay eggs everywhere, or you have to lay, you know, eggs in... Basically, if the end of round goals are very egg specific, it can be hard. You can miss out on a lot of points if you're only mainly getting eggs from your forest engine. So the trade here, we have the Willet, the Blackbird, and Dick Sizzle. Again, I'm looking at the Willet because the drawn bird, they did not take the Willet. They're drawing 1 bird at a time. That's very risky over there. So here I activate the Osprey because I can use that fish to play the Willet, so that's pretty good. Again, 1 food, 4 points, good value there. And yeah. So second end of round goal, we have eggs in the platform. So I do have quite a few platform birds, so that's pretty good. So again, food. Oh, look at this. Yeah, now I remember. The blue player, they have the Franklin skull, so I was against the Franklin skull in this game as well. Yeah, it's very nice that they also have the dove in the forest. Yeah. I wanted to get the king rail as well because again, bonus card and the osprey, I can get the fish to play the king rail. It's a pretty good deal. I like the violet green swallow. Again, another good bird to build up the grassland engine. So let's see. Play the boring owl. Yeah, start game food here because I just don't need that crossbill anyway, so gaining food here can help me to get out the violet soon. So now my grassland engine, you know, will become like a 3-4 points engine, and I'm getting food from the grassland, so it's pretty good. I have a feeling lately I'll let go of the willet here because I have the king rail to play the gallinule. So again, there might be a chance that I will get free card from our opponent here. Especially they have a really good forest engine, but oh, look at this free food. That's gonna help me so much. Because I don't have a good forest engine, so any food that I can get is so good. So yeah, one of my opponent there, the one with the red star, they here. Oh wait, it's my turn again. So they have the red star. They have a very strong, you know, food gathering engine. So wow, look at that, 4 dice and no hunt. That's what you deal with this sort of hunting bird. But yeah, the purple player, they have a very strong force engine, so they need more cards to play. Wow, they just keep activating the hunting. This is definitely, you know, great for me. So yeah, they have a strong force engine. They definitely want a lot of cards to play. So I have a feeling they might activate the gallinule and give everyone cards. So, yep. Going to play. Oh, look at this. Fishery manager, already 3 points, and I can gain 5 more points if I play another birds that eat fish. That's a really great bonus card. And yeah, the wild turkey is gonna help me to score viticulturalist, so the game is looking pretty good so far. But of course, I'm also against the Franklin's goal here. So they gain food, so I have to pick up cards now. Yep, I guess I'll take the fish. Especially if they have a strong force engine anyway. But I'm definitely worried about giving food to the player with the Franklin's goal. Now we're going to round 3. Yeah, one great thing about having a tuck and draw birds in the grassland is, you know, there's a lot less pressure on drawing the perfect birds for your game because you can shuffle them as you lay eggs. So as you gain points, you can also shuffle cards. Okay. Yeah, lately I want to flash out the wild turkey. maybe in the grassland so that, you know, I can get 4 eggs. Oh, they play the corn door for bonus card. Look at this. Oh, whooping crane. This is so good. Again, you can take any food, so now I have a 5 points engine, and if I convert 1 into food, you know, 4 points minimum and 1 food, so it's pretty good, looking pretty good so far for my grassland. And yeah, it looks like they're kind of slow, and really in this setup, the wild turkey, the king rail, and the Carolina wren is so great because they have so many spots for eggs. It really allowed me to, you know, activate the grassland for so many times before I run out of space. For all the eggs. So here, you know, whooping crane is a must play. Yeah, and this especially yeah, I have to play one more bird that eats fish, because that bird will get 5 extra points. So for example, if I play the turn here, 1 fish, I'm getting 9 points. That's such great value. So they play more birds in the forest to build up their forest. Wow, I'm skipping here because I think I'm hoping to get free food from them hunting. I think that's a good decision. Like especially I only have 4 birds in the grassland, so any extra food that I gain, I cannot turn them into points. So if I can delay that, you know, and spend the eggs when I really have to, that would be better. So you gain food. Yeah, as they gain food, I don't think they're making any points gaining food, but I'm here just laying eggs and, you know, tugging, hunting. Yeah, I just make like 6 points there for my activation of my grassland, so that was pretty good. And I still have, you know, 13 more space for eggs, so I can activate my grassland 3 more times. And there's only 6 more turns, so maybe I need to play 1 or 2 more birds. Gain food. Yeah, that 1 fish for 9 points is just too good. And like I say, there's 5 more turns now, and I have 17 spots for eggs, and I lay 4 at a time, so I can only lay 4 more turns of eggs. I have to play 1 more bird. And I already know which bird I'm going to play. I'm definitely missing out on a lot of the end of round goals here, so that's kind of scary. Wow, they have a really good grassland engine there, but a lot of hunting bird. Woodcock, alright. Oh, look at that. 1 dice and I got hunt. That was super lucky. I think I gotta start picking up some food now, because now I'm looking at, I have the woodcock, I have the whooping crane. If I can play both of them, that's a lot of points. Also, I saw one of my opponent just play here the scissor-tail flycatcher, so they might be giving out free grub. So, oh, look at this. Free food. Yeah, so now the question is, do I want to play the woodcock in the grassland or in the forest? So in the forest, it saved me 1 point. I only have to spend 1 egg. But if I play in the grassland, any extra food that I gain, I can turn them into points. But I guess there's not that many turns left, so I might as well just play the woodcock. Oh, look at this free food. So I only need 2 more food to play the whooping crane. And I can really do it because I have 3 turns. I can activate my crow twice to gain enough food to play the crane. So yeah, I think the hard things is, do I want to activate my crow? If I want to play the whooping crane, I have to activate it now. And I guess I decided to go for it. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a gamble here. I mean, playing the crane, I have to spend 2 eggs, and I just spent 1 egg using my crow. So I already spent 3 eggs. So the base points is only 3, plus whatever points that I made from bonus card. Again, no one give me that free food. Oh, that was very lucky. I think my kite here hunted, you know, way above the average. Yeah, so I spent 2 eggs, and I have to spend another 2 eggs to play the crane. So that's already 4 points. So really, net, I'm only gaining 2 points. Look at this. Now I'm getting 1 food. I shouldn't have spent the eggs, but there was no guarantee that I would have gotten this food. But yeah, playing the whooping crane is 2 points plus any bonus that I can get. And it's kind of risky because just activating my grassland was 5 points. And I'm trying to be careful here because I might draw the Ulogis or breeding manager. That's why I keep... Oh, but I got 6 points from large bird specialist. I think that was super lucky there. But yeah, I want to be careful where I pick my eggs because I might draw the Ulogis, so I want to make sure I have 9 birds with eggs on them to score the maximum. So it looks like I'm gonna break 100 for this game. Yeah, that large bird specialist 6 point there was, you know, super lucky. That rarely happens. That was definitely a gamble there. And while they're almost full with eggs, and you know, we each play a lot of birds. Looks like the guy with the person with the Franklin skull didn't have that many big points bird. This hunting engine in the grassland looks pretty effective. Seems like they have quite a few tugs. And really, I was pretty lucky with the bonus card here. Scoring 8 points for fishery manager and 6 points for the large bird specialist. Definitely help a lot. So looks like I have the most birds point. I think that was a little bit surprising. And looks like neither of them score a lot for bonus. So that was a lot of eggs. And look at this. 1 point victory. That was, you cannot get any closer than that. And really, you know, I won this game because of immense luck. First with the bonus card that I get with my whooping crane, that was 6 points. And then my kite in the grassland also hunted a few times. I think way more than was supposed to be on average. So again, pretty happy. I think it was pretty solid the way I built my engine here, and I think the game could have gone to my opponent if I didn't draw that big bonus card and my kite didn't hunt it that many times, 3 times. That was enough. So in any case, that was the game. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you in the next one.